What's good, guys? Welcome back to a new video, episode 26 of my 1 million funded challenge. And I have mixed feelings, bro. This is one of the toughest or weird or kind of like, I don't know, confusing videos of this series so far. In case you guys don't know, I'm currently documenting my journey to getting funded with $1 million. And this week was super weird and also really frustrating. A lot of things happened, some amazing, beautiful things, but at the same time, some frustrating things that I want to show you everything. I'm going to show you everything with full transparency, right? So let's start as always with my trading journal. I'm currently up 14R for the year with a 31.5% win rate, super low win rate compared to my usual win rate of 35 to 36. That of course can be noticed and can be accepted considering that we're currently in a really bad streak. As you guys can see, the start of the year was amazing, but look at this movement since since the mid of March. We can see no growth at all. We're just going down and down, no growth basically. And we're currently down 2R for the month of May. We closed April minus 3R, and we're currently down as well on May. So the question is, are we gonna have two losing months back to back, or are we going to recover in the remaining half of the month? Well, we'll see. And before showing you guys my trades, I want to show you the good thing of this week. So we have basically two scenarios. So we have one positive thing that happened this week and a really kind of like bad and negative side of this week that I'm going to show you at the end as well. First, this week we were able to request another payout this year, the second payout with FTMO in 2026, which is amazing. As you guys can see, reward request submitted. I'm going to attach right now the video I posted on Instagram. Come with me to request another payout with FTMO. So this is my account right here. This is the balance right now. It's a 100K account. So my balance is $103,000. So 3K in profit. So let's claim the reward right here. So we're going to click on claim now. So claim your reward. The profit split is 80-20. So this is my profit to be claimed, 2,416. Claim my reward. And boom, there you go. Reward request submitted. So another payout, man. I think this is my fifth or fourth payout of the year. So man, super exciting. Wanted to share that with you guys. And let's keep trading. Let's keep consistent. And as always, I'll keep sharing everything with full transparency. And this is the request. So the reward has been requested successfully, and I requested a payout of 3,000 after the profit split. It's gonna be 2,400 paid to me, which is nice, bro. And yeah, at least from all this kind of like negative side or all these drawdowns or all these losses recently, having at least a payout feels amazing. And at least I secured one payout this month. So I'm approaching now this month in a better kind of like state, understanding that I made some profit. There is a positive ROI this month at least. I recover some losses and I was able to secure a payout. But the negative side is that this week I blew this account right here, a challenge with Blueberry Funded, a phase 1 account that it was a 100K account. And I also blew one of my fundeds, bro. So I blew a 100K account with Orion. So now I'm not officially funded with 600K. Now I'm funded with 500K. So we lost a 100K funded account with Orion. And now we just have one 100K account with Orion, that it's a funded account, a 100K account with the Fivers, two 200K accounts with FTMO, and 100K funded account with Blueberry Funded, that it's doing really, really bad. I'm going to show you also that at the end. So as we can see, some good things like this payout requested of 2.4K, but this negative things like blowing this challenge and also blowing a funded account, my first blown funded account this year. So now we're basically a half of the goal, which is 1 million. So we just took a step back in this journey, but I know we just need a couple of winning streaks. We just need a couple of wins to put all my accounts back at break even, start making more payouts, and also hopefully passing the challenge I have that I'm also going to show you in a second. So now talking about the trades, as you guys can see, there were a lot of trades this week. I'm going to show every single trade in a second. But as you guys can see, look at the streak, bro. Win, break even. This is basically this month. Then nice win here on NSET DJPY. I showed this trade last week. And this week I had this win on Euro NSET D. But aside from that, bro, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 losses and 1 win. Basically 7 losses this week and only one single winning trade. So as you guys can see, it's been rough. We are losing a lot, and it's not because I'm making bad decisions or because I'm taking low quality trades. I'm gonna be honest. There's a couple of setups that um, the setup was not the best, or not even the setup, but mainly my decision of taking the trade was not the best. For example, there was two trades that price hit almost my entry, went to my one-to-one risk reward, and based on my data and based on my rules, I should have canceled the trade, but I ended up taking the trade no matter what, and I ended up losing. So I could have avoided those losses. But aside from that, bro, all the trades were valid. Let me actually open the trades real quick and show you everything.
Guys, and before I continue with the rest of the video, I want to give a quick shout out to Blueberry Funde. You guys know that I've been trading with them for a while, and right now they have the biggest, most insane discount they've had since I started trading with them last year on May, which is a 45% off if you guys use my code R45. I'm gonna leave it right there, maybe here or here, I don't know. R45 40% off on Prime challenges. Those are the challenges I most of the times get. It's actually the challenge I have my funded account with, and you guys know I've been trading with them for a while, and so far, so good. I always recommend things I personally like and I personally trust. Invite you guys to use that discount code as soon as possible. I don't know if it's gonna be expired today, tomorrow, I really don't know. So be fast, bro. Be fast, because I'm being honest, I don't know when this discount is gonna expire. And in case if it expires, you can use my code R40 to get 40% off on Prime challenges, one step, and instant accounts, or Rosal for a 30% off on two-step accounts. So make sure to use those discounts properly and start your journey with Blueberry Funded.
So starting with the first trade on GBP CAD, we have this long position right here that unfortunately it didn't play out. We had some momentum to the upside. We can see that price went up, but it never reached our 0.5 fib, and then it just reversed back, stopped us out at a -1R. This is, for example, one of the positions I was talking about. As you guys can see right there, price came super close to our entry. Look at how close price was from tagging us in, and then look at the entire movement to the upside, almost reaching TP without us, of course. And based on my data and based on my rules, I don't take the trades. I cancel my pending orders and leave it as it is. But I decided, I don't know, I had FOMO, maybe because I was losing so much. I didn't want to miss out on a winning trade. And I decided to take the pending. I didn't cancel my pending. And well, we had a losing trade right there. So -1R. Then EuroCAD, this losing trade right here, it was a perfect valid setup, a little bit overextended compared to the ones I usually take. You guys know that my 0.5 fib is usually really close to the break of structure. In this case, it was a little bit higher, but still completely valid, following trend. And in this case, it didn't play out. We had a strong movement to the upside, but it didn't reach our 0.5 fib to put this trade risk-free. And then price just retraced and stopped us for a full stop loss. Then this trade on NSET DJPY, similar situation with GBP CAD. Those were the two trades I talk about like recently that I made a couple of mistakes. Super clear. So liquidity sweep, break of structure, fair value gap, it was a solid trade. But as you guys can see, price came super close, almost reached our entry, and then it did the movement to the upside to my expected direction. It basically reached my one-to-one risk reward. So if I would have been tagged, that was a risk-free trade. So in this case, again, based on my data, based on my rules, I don't take those trades. But I had, again, FOMO. I didn't want to miss out on a winning trade, and I ended up taking this position, and I lost a -1R. So those two trades, NSET DJPY and GBP CAD, were two trades that I could have simply and super easy avoid those two losses. Then NSET DUSD, this loss right there, nothing to talk about. Perfect valid setup, A+ setup, liquidity sweep, break of structure, fair value gap. We're completely bullish, following trend, all roles in place. So this is a beautiful loss that it's super simple to accept. Then CATCHEF, this trade right here, again, another valid trade, a little bit more aggressive compared to the ones I usually take, but you guys already know that I really like aggressive setups sometimes. And in this case, we had a liquidity sweep, break of structure, super strong fair value gap. Like, look at this huge gap right there. We had a super strong movement to the downside. Look at how close price was from reaching our 0.5 fib, or in other words, our one-to-one risk reward. But then price reversed back and we got stopped out for a -1R. Actually, this trade was super frustrating because swaps were super high. So negative swaps in this trade were insane. I think I lost like $350 just in swaps in a 100K account, so risking 1%. Instead of losing $1,000, I lost around 1,300. Maybe I'm gonna attach like a screenshot of one of my accounts right there so you guys can literally see how bad swaps were in this position, but it's all good. nothing to do about it. To be honest, again, aggressive setup, but it's valid. And this type of setups are taken when I'm backtesting and my data proves that it works. So that's what I took it. And then GBP and set this trade that we had no opportunity at all. Like you guys can see, we just got cooked. It is what it is. But completely valid setup, completely bearish, liquidity sweep, break of structure, look at the fair value gap. We got tagged in the 0.75 as always, but we were in the wrong direction of the market, and it is just what it is. So a bunch of setups were actually, I'm recording this on Friday, and I woke up today with 4 losses, bro. So yesterday before going to bed, I scheduled like 7 pending orders, 6 pending orders, maybe even more, like 8 pending orders. Like there were so many opportunities. Some of those trades are still running. I had to hold them over the weekend. I'm going to show you in a second. But bro, I woke up with 4 losses, 4 straight losses, which is a total of 16% in my personal capital account, because you guys know I risk 4%. So it's basically losing 16% in just one night, which is, man, crazy. It's never easy to accept, but at the same time, I'm also accepting the reality that if I want to risk a lot in my personal capital account because I want to grow this account and compound it as fast and aggressive as possible, I also need to accept these types of big losses in my personal capital and my personal funds. So it is what it is. And then the trades I have running are this ones. You guys might be wondering, bro, AUD Chef, you showed us based on your journal that it's closed. Yeah, I actually got stopped out on my personal capital account. So my journal is the same data as my personal capital account, but I'm still in some challenges. So that's why I'm going to show it and consider it as open. So this long position, look at how close it was from stopping us out. And then we basically have Euro AUD, this short position right there. Doesn't look very promising, to be honest, but I'm still holding. Euro NZD, this one looks awful, bro. Like awful, awful. I actually forgot to show you the winning trade, bro, this week. This was the winning trade on Euro NZD, this long position. Aggressive, again, you guys, I've said it multiple times. I love taking this type of aggressive counter trend moves. Last week or 2 weeks ago, I won a short position, a counter trend move on USD CAD, if I'm not mistaken. It was super similar to this one. So this one played out perfectly. There was a lot of consolidation, but finally we were able to make this profit. And with this trade specifically, I was able to make this $3,000 payout. As you guys can see, if we go down here, I can show you that the trade, this one right here, Euro NZD, I was able to have this 1 2 3 reward and secure this $3,000 payout. Well, 2.4K payout after the profit split. So that's basically what happened. Super nice trade. Then AUD USD, I'm currently in this one that it doesn't look promising at all, to be honest, based on my data. They're super likely to hit the full stop loss, but we'll see. And then GBP AUD, this is the only trade that is risk-free at the moment. The only trade I have a bit of hopes. So let's maybe expect that when market opens on Sunday afternoon Vancouver time, we can have a nice momentum to the downside and hopefully have a nice full TP to at least make some of these losses back, right? If we get stopped out at break even in this one and a lot of losses come, well, the drawdown is going to be even worse. So I'm just being transparent with you guys. Now opening my track record, as you guys can see, we went from being almost 50% up in this account to being now up 18.49%. So it hurts, man. I'm not gonna lie, it hurts. Look at the beginning of the year, 44.56% in profit on February, 18% on March, and then April, poof, horrible month, and now May, poof, another horrible month so far, minus 10%. And look at my trades, as I said, I currently have 4 positions running on my personal capital account, and I'm currently losing $689. So it is what it is, bro. I'm just following my rules, I'm being consistent, I'm keeping the reps in, and we'll see what happens, bro. And I actually want to show you real quick how my accounts are doing at the moment. I found out that this is even possible like today. So I think it's going to be way like simpler to show you guys instead of opening every dashboard. So my personal capital as well as Axie. So I opened a new personal account with this broker, Fusion Markets. I've been using them and I like them, being honest. So $2,598. I deposited 3,000. So we're currently down around $400 in this account alone. Then I'm also risking 4%, by the way. Then I have this Axis Select account. We were at like $30 in this $1,000 account. And now we're currently $985, so around $15 in drawdown with with some positions running. Then my personal capital account, as I showed you guys, we're currently at $7,534. We were at 10,000 at some point. So we've lost some interesting money, bro. It's not easy to accept this, but again, I need to just get used to losing these numbers as well as winning these big numbers when I have a nice winning streak. And then my challenges, I currently have this challenge right here on Orion. It's a two-step that is currently basically minus 5% in drawdown with some trades running. The trades I show you guys, all the trades I show you guys that are running are in this challenges. So in this Orion, in this Alpha Capital, in this Ola Prime, and in this Ola Prime, those trades that are still running in this account. So I can actually open, for example, this one so you guys can see right there. So I have all these positions running with the only trading profit GPAUD, right? So then Alpha Capital, 99,000, so basically at break even. Ola Prime and Ola Prime basically at break even. This accounts at the beginning of this week after, actually, not even at the beginning of this week, like yesterday when I had the Euro and set the TP, these three accounts were like at 4% in profit, so I was getting close to pass phase one, but now they're back up drawdown, of course, because of all these losses in just one single day. Then this FTMO funded account at $94,670, so deep in drawdown, bro. So I just think I need some luck, bro. Now I'm gonna be honest, I need some luck. I need to start hitting a couple of winning trades. And if not, I'm gonna blow this account, just being honest. Then this funded account with Orion, 95,800, so basically 96. This is not that bad. I just need one single winning trade to put this account almost at break even. And then this FTMO account, that is the one I made the 3,000. Look at the trade, Euro NZD, 2,800. So I was able to secure a payout. And then finally, my Prime funded, that it's about to get blown, bro. I risk 1% on each trade. So if they lose, I'm going to blow this account, bro. So I'll have now, instead of 500K, 400K in funded. So I'll update you guys in my Instagram. And yeah, bro, frustrating, but it is what it is. I'm just risking everything in this account because now it's super deep in drawdown. So risking 0.5% doesn't really make sense at all. And finally, my Defivers account that is currently with this position running, this risk-free position, it's currently sitting at 97,000. So basically one winning trade, and I put this account back at break even. So let's hope this trade plays out and I can put another account at break even. So basically be this account, this FTMO account, that after the payout is going to be at 100K, so break even. And then if I win this trade on GPAUD, this account is going to be also at break even. So I'll have two 100K accounts at break even to request more payouts if I have more wins. So yes, guys, that was all for this episode 26, man. Really, like I said, mixed feelings in this episode. A lot of mixed feelings right now in general in my trading, especially this week, and my performance at all. But you guys know me, I always share everything with full transparency, and that's how I'm doing so far. We're currently in a losing month. We come from another losing month on April. So I don't know if we're going to close this month also in a losing month. So it is what it is, right? That's why I'm sharing this with full transparency. And I hope you guys appreciate this transparency because, of course, it's not easy. But well, bro, at least I was able to secure a payout. And that's, of course, really good to have. So a 2.4K payout, my fourth or fifth payout this year, and a couple of losses, two wins. And that's how we're doing. So that was all for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I think this video is a bit longer compared to the other ones, but there was a lot of information to share, a lot of trades I took this week. So thank you for watching. If you guys watched until this part, thank you very much. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you on episode 27 of this series. Take care, guys, and peace.